Gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. And stolen by Miller. Fast break, here they come. And Aaron Aflalo again. Aflalo's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
West, there's the block. But they get it back. The dish to Scola to halt the run. Here's West.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Lakers, 58. Blazers, 28. Your save is our number one concern. In the event of emergency operations,
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Down low, West and Hibbert. Hill is out there with Michael Jordan, and it's George in at the 3. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, the Pacers head coach Frank Vogel has helped turn this team into a powerhouse. He's had a reputation for positivity, lifting his players up and boosting their confidence. As Paul George put it, coach has no shame in calling you out. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get embarrassed. No one wants that, Kevin.
He'll call you out, Doris, that's for sure. Thanks. Nash outside. Here's the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
George, no good.
Well, for Paul George, his leap last season, not just about accentuating his strengths, but also cutting back on the negative plays, in particular, lowering his fouls and turnovers while he was on the floor.
Jordan up top, guarded by Kobe. Kobe with the steal. And Sullinger kicks to Bryant. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
And George, here we go. Good. George has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
Nash outside, and he gets it to go.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
The feed now to Hibbert. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And Boozer with the block, and he's able to get it back. Hibbert gets the bucket. Nash with it. 13 points in the game. Dishes to Sullinger. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 6 assists in the game.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Hill drives in. He kicks to West. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jordan's shot is off. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Boozer to the inside. Nash gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Nash has got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
And Jordan gets it to go.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
LA's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Nash. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
You know, if you can't get around your defender, sometimes the best way to get a shot off is to go to that fadeaway.
Jordan kicks to Hibbert. Banked in off the glass. Hibbert's got his third basket of the night.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Kobe, that's for 2. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
1:24 left to play here in the third. Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Nash all alone. Left side Boozer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover. So valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game. And even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break. Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Shoots from the corner, and that is good. 14 points for Aaron Aflalo.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Here's Scola. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Poked away. And here we go with Miller running up the court. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Here's Stuckey. No good on that last second attempt. The 3/4.
Coming up this Friday, January 9th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Golden State Warriors. Live from Oracle Arena. Make sure to catch it.
Here are the Lakers. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
A lot of fans focused on that matchup for Portland.
They've got Al Farouk Aminu. Randall out there with Ryan Kelly. Then it's Andre Miller. And it's Webster in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And that one's good. 6 points in the game for Stuckey.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
And now Miller running the floor all by himself. And Randall throws it down.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
And that one's good.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
And the basket by Webster.
They are killing them with that 3-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Watson dishes to Stuckey. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And it's 8 points in the game for Stuckey.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Absolutely on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
And the foul called on Andre Miller. That is his first foul of the game. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
Knocked away. And here again, Los Angeles in transition up the court.
Oh, my goodness! High wire flying out there.
That'll drop your jaw.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Here is Watson, covered by Miller. Now Watson. He feeds it to Miles. Can they get it? Misses off the left iron.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Watson with it. He's against Miller. Offensive rebound, Allen. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. And the basket by Webster.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Watson kicks to Stuckey. And a miss there on the triple. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of extending their lead, Kevin.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
And Allen slams it in. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Here is Watson, covered by Miller, and stolen by Miller.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
You know, they wanted this win badly, guys. A loss would have meant a sweep in the season series.
I agree. They did not want that to happen. Even against opponents outside your conference, who you only see twice a year, getting swept is not a good feeling.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Andre Miller. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come up with steals and get extra possessions for his team.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Ando comes in for Ryan Keller. And Nash is subbed in for Andre Miller. Randall kicks to Webster. Again, Los Angeles.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Miller's checked in for Los Angeles. And Indiana with a change here, too. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Cope on the pass to Watson. Hill has the open look. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
You know, when he's got that kind of a height advantage on the defender, it's just too easy for him to rise up and get the shot off.
And that one's good.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Soft touch off the glass.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
And the basket by Webster.
Well, I'll tell you what, since the beginning of the fourth quarter, the three-point shot has really just been there for them. Everything's falling.
Yeah, the touch from downtown is right on point.
And that one's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
from downtown. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Carlos, with another game